Is Zelensky's air shield now in major trouble as Putin's Shahed get faster jet engines? Are old Shahed being phased out as Russia's new jet drones rewrite the rules of air war? At up to 2.5 times faster, can Ukraine's defenses still react before these Shahed strike? Can Putin's new drones now see, identify, and hunt their targets with minimal human control? Have cameras, seekers, and machine vision turned Russia's Shaheds into a new generation of smart killers? Is Putin transforming an Iranian Shahed design into a faster, deadlier, and more autonomous drone force? Russia's new jet-powered Shaheds are forcing Ukraine into a dangerous new drone race, as air defense systems built for slower threats face a much shorter response window. Russia is gradually shifting away from older Shahed 136 drones toward jet-powered models, according to reporting from Mesha. The new UAVs use turbojet engines and can fly 2 to 2.5 times faster, allowing them to cover the final distance to targets before many mobile defenses can reposition. This faster speed lets the drones cross air defense zones before many systems can react, especially cheaper interceptor drones and mobile fire teams designed for slower Shaheds. Jet-powered Shaheds have also been used against shipping and infrastructure targets, creating a threat not only to Ukrainian cities but also to Black Sea ports and maritime operations. Deputy Commander of Ukraine's Dark Node Anti-Shahed Battalion said, and I quote, "The share of jet-powered attack drones relative to the total number of launches is growing. Based on our observations, they may account for between 25% and 50% of all daytime launches." Unquote. Ukraine was actually the first to use jet-powered missile drones in this war, deploying systems like Peklo, Bars, and Ruta early on. Russia then saw greater value in mass deployment and expanded its own production of similar jet-powered systems at scale. Moscow now reportedly produces around 500 jet-powered drones every month, according to estimates from Ukrainian intelligence. Notably, Russia's 2026 defense order includes nearly 100,000 Shaheds, decoys, and equivalent systems combined. Some new drones now use seekers, cameras, and online guidance to identify targets, reducing the chances that they lose direction after entering complex or contested environments. Other versions reportedly use multiple cameras and a mesh modem, allowing remote operators to guide the drone while maintaining a live data link over the target area. Geran 3 and Geran 4 drones use Iranian-based designs with commercially available turbojet engines, allowing Russia to combine proven airframes with cheaper and faster propulsion. Multiple cameras scan the target area, giving the drone more visual information before it makes its final approach toward an intended target. Mesh modems enable remote control, allowing operators to update the drone's route or direct it toward a target after launch. Machine vision can identify targets by processing images in real time, helping the drone distinguish military equipment, ships, or infrastructure from surrounding terrain. Seeker systems allow automatic recognition, reducing the drone's dependence on continuous satellite navigation or direct operator instructions during the attack. Once a target is identified, the drone can track it until impact, making moving ships and vehicles far more difficult to evade. Less operator involvement is required, allowing Russia to launch more drones simultaneously while reserving personnel for only the most complex targeting decisions. In Ukraine, a Russian missile attack on Odessa injured at least 14 people, according to Ukrainian officials. 11 people were hospitalized in Odessa following the attack, with one victim reportedly remaining in serious condition. Ukraine's Air Force said Russia launched 11 ballistic missiles and almost 100 drones toward Odessa during the overnight barrage. Ukrainian forces said they intercepted 72% of the drones, but managed to intercept only one of the 11 missiles. The strikes also hit energy infrastructure in Odessa, causing power cuts and disrupting water supplies across parts of the city. President Volodymyr Zelensky said around 300,000 families in Odessa were left without power following the overnight attack.
Шановні українці, українки, зараз ще тривають роботи в Одесі після удару у ніч на сьогодні. Були відключення електрики, води, всі служби задіяні, щоб відновити постачання. На ранок були відключення від електрики більше ніж 300 тисяч сімей в Одесі та області. На зараз третину вже заживили, роботи продовжуються. Я хочу подякувати усім ремонтним бригадам ДСНС України, всім, хто залучений. Також були удари по Харкову та області, по Павлограду, Херсону, Сумщині. нашій Житомирщині. Важливо, щоб всюди була реальна допомога людям. Протягом дня були звіти прем'єр-міністра Корецького, говорив також з главкомом Драпатим по захисту наших міст, по нашим відповідям Росії. Цілком справедливі відповіді є. На кожен російський удар буде наше реагування. Російська війна буде все більш відчутною у них вдома в Росії. Я дякую сьогодні Збройним силам і Службі безпеки України. Продовжується операція щодо російської нафтопереробки. Це дуже відчутно для них. Були також ураження російських ЗРК та радіолокаційних станцій. Були й наші відповіді по російській інфраструктурі в Азовському і Чорноморському регіонах. Єдина причина, чому це досі триває, це російське небажання війну цю закінчувати. На тижні будуть нові контакти наші з посередниками саме по тих кроках і тих пропозиціях, які необхідні. Україна завжди активна в дипломатії. Будуть нові контакти заради пакетів для ППО, для захисту нашої держави, наших людей. Ще одне, що б не відбувалось, ми пам'ятаємо, все тримається на стійкості наших підрозділів, наших воїнів на фронті. За цей тиждень є за що відзначити нашу 14-ту бригаду Нацгвардії, яка воює в районах Добропілля. Дякую, воїни. Костянтинівський напрямок, 100-та окрема механізована бригада. Дякую вам. Краматорський напрямок, дякую 24-й окремій механізованій бригаді. І також в районах активних дій ДШВ. Дякую 79-й окремій десантно-штурмовій бригаді. Молодці воїни. І кожному дякую, хто захищає нашу державу, захищає наші позиції, усім, хто пам'ятає, що доля України, української незалежності вирішується тим внеском, який кожен з нас реально вкладає в захист України, в підтримку тих, хто поруч. Дбаємо про Україну. Слава Україні!
Russia has hardened its Pacific nuclear fleet as the reach of drone warfare expands beyond front lines toward strategic military assets thousands of kilometers away. New satellite images show anti-drone netting stretched over Russian nuclear submarines, a low-cost but practical defense designed to stop explosive drones from reaching the vessels directly. The protection was installed at Rybaki Naval Base on Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula, roughly 7,400 kilometers from Ukraine and far beyond the current front line. The nets now cover multiple submarine berths at the base, suggesting Russia has expanded protection beyond just one or two high-value vessels. Notably, Rybaki hosts Russia's Boryai-class ballistic missile submarines, which form a vital part of Moscow's sea-based nuclear deterrent in the Pacific. The move shows that Russian planners now see drone threats as extending even to the sea-based leg of Moscow's nuclear deterrent. Boryai submarines are built to survive undetected at sea, but their protection drops sharply while they are docked, exposed and visible at known berths. Their enormous size, fixed berthing locations and long maintenance periods can make these strategic submarines vulnerable to small unmanned aircraft carrying explosive payloads. Each Boryai-class submarine can carry 16 RSM-56 Bulava submarine-launched ballistic missiles, giving a single vessel the firepower to strike targets across vast distances. Bulava missiles can carry multiple independently targetable nuclear warheads, allowing one launch to threaten several separate targets at once. The missiles are also designed to use decoys and penetration aids, complicating attempts by enemy missile defense systems to intercept them. Boryai boats use advanced quieting technology to reduce noise underwater, helping them evade detection during long nuclear deterrence patrols. Ukraine has repeatedly demonstrated its ability to strike high-value Russian targets far from the front, forcing Moscow to rethink the security of rear-area military infrastructure. Operation Spider's Web in June 2025 hit strategic bombers thousands of kilometers from Ukraine, proving that distance alone could no longer guarantee protection from drone attacks. That operation showed how inexpensive unmanned systems could threaten aircraft, fuel sites and command facilities deep inside Russian territory without a conventional air assault. Military Watch suggests those lessons may have helped drive the new protection measures at Rybaki, where Russia's nuclear submarines are now being covered at their berths. Moscow has also fortified other strategic sites as the drone threat expands, using layered air defenses, electronic warfare and physical barriers to protect critical targets. Mi-26 helicopters have reportedly helped place Panzer SMDE air defense systems on Moscow rooftops, underlining the urgency Russia now places on countering low-flying drones. Drone threats have also reached industrial targets in Russia's Urals region, showing that the war's long-range dimension is spreading far beyond border areas. Just as Russia hardens its nuclear fleet, Ukraine has suffered another major setback in its push to improve precision deep strikes inside Russian territory. In a new twist, The Atlantic reported that Musk has refused to allow Ukraine to use Starlink connectivity for guidance of strikes on targets inside Russia, specifically Russian ballistic missile launchers. Ukraine relies heavily on Starlink for battlefield communications, but the current dispute concerns Kiev's request to expand its use for deep operations inside Russia rather than a verified shutdown of existing Ukrainian connectivity. The development was reported by The Atlantic on August 7th, citing two close allies of former Ukrainian Defense Minister Mikhailo Fedorov, who said discussions with Musk remained unresolved. Despite his dismissal, Mikhailo Fedorov has reportedly continued using back channels to appeal directly to Musk, attempting to persuade him to approve expanded Starlink access for Ukrainian deep strike operations. But Musk has so far refused to relent, according to Fedorov's allies, who said there was still no positive decision on Ukraine's request to use Starlink against missile launcher targets in Russia. During his July visit to Washington, President Volodymyr Zelensky reportedly asked Donald Trump to help persuade Musk to approve Starlink support for Ukrainian drone operations inside Russia. Trump reportedly remained non-committal about Zelensky's request, saying he would consider the proposal but offering no immediate intervention with Musk or SpaceX.
Upgrade your news experience with the all-new HT app. Download now.